Sixx Sense with Nikki Sixx.
Nikki Sixx, Sixx Sense. I'm here with Jen. Excited to have Talinda Bennington on the phone, Chester's wife, of course. And we've been keeping a close eye on you and our heart on you, and watching the hashtags with Make Chester Proud and F Depression. I love that one as well. So, Talinda, tell me how the whole hashtag thing got started and what's going on.
You know, one of those sleepless nights, I was on Twitter and I was reading through just hundreds of condolences to myself and my children, and I started to notice that fans were saying, they were hurting and they didn't know what to do. And I thought to myself, you know what? And it weighed heavily on my heart because their words were comforting me. And I just thought to myself, you know what? Like, what if they could just talk to each other? And my husband and the band, they have worked for 20 plus years creating this amazing fan base, just strong network of people. They've made themselves as human as possible to everybody. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to use that. And so somebody had tweeted me, this lady had tweeted that, her sister had committed suicide in December, and 6 days later, her other sister committed suicide, and then her mother was dying of cancer. I was like, oh my gosh. So I just tweeted out, I said, LP family, and I put her Twitter name, let's let her know she's loved and needed. And that just kind of took off. Mike started the Make Chester Proud hashtag, which I thought was awesome, trying to spread positivity. So I tagged that, and then somebody on Twitter said, I'm so sick of being depressed. I've had it all my life, F depression. And I read that, and I just heard Chester, because he was always saying the F word. I was always telling him,
he loved the F word. Oh my God.
Right? Yeah, try living with that with like our 1,000 children. So I was like, I'm always telling him, like, babe, like, stop. And he would tell the kids, like, when you pay your own bills, you can talk like this, So anyways, I just saw Chester saying, F depression, and I said we should create a hashtag, and it just took off. I just kept calling out when there would be somebody that was hurting. I just, said LP family, and then it became so widespread. Support from some other musicians and their fan base. So I just started tweeting out family, and now it's just a call to help. When somebody's hurting, I just use my followers and just ask them to lift one another up. And so that's how it all got started.
And you have created this online family, how has that helped you?
It's helping me heal. I get asked a lot, what are you doing for yourself? And this is what I'm doing for myself. Of course, I've talked to, grief counselor and therapist and stuff. And that's helpful. Don't get me wrong. And I do still seek counseling, as do my children and everything. But for me personally, this is the most healing thing I've done so far. And when I'm feeling down, I just jump on Twitter and retweet positivity and retweet, awareness.
I love that you're shining a light on somebody who, in a sense, even though it's a public forum, is reaching out to you or saying, I'm just having the worst time with this. And you shine a light and say, come on, everybody. And it's so uplifting for that person. I know it is. I've felt that in my own life, that when you do this stuff in silence, you don't make any progress, so it's like no one wants to be the first one to step up. So you're stepping up for them. And then all these people who are following you and the extended families upon the families are reaching out to these people and saving lives,
Thank you. Well, I mean, we all speak about social media as, we can hide behind our computers, we can hide behind our phones and say anything we want. And if you take that, though, and turn this into what I started doing is, we can still hide behind our phones. And
right.
And there's no face to really saying, like, I think I want to end my life today. And that might be easier for people to say, or to do, I should say, to text that on social media than to say that to one person face to face. So by putting the spotlight on that person on social media, I mean, they're putting themselves in the spotlight actually by just tweeting, because that's a social forum. You know, I'm just not trying to be a one-man show and think I have all the answers. I'm just like, I figure, you know, there's more power in numbers, and there's definitely numbers on social media.
We're talking to Talinda Bennington tonight on Sixx. If you or someone you know needs help about depression and needs somebody to talk to, 800-273-8255. We are talking to Talinda Bennington, Chester Bennington's widow, about depression.
I remember dealing with depression myself around drug addiction, and I felt so alone. Like, I didn't want to talk to my band about it, and I thank God I got sober, and then I did have access to counselors and et cetera, but I think that, you know, back in the 80s, if there would have been social media and I would have maybe reached out and said something, I would have got this feedback. It could have literally chemically change the your body, because I feel depression, it's in a lot of cases it's long term, but I also felt, at least in my experience and some of my friends, it can also be very short term. It can come in a burst, you know. So that moment when you retweet that, it's like they might be having that burst of a moment, and you literally, it's like, you know, kind of like slapping someone upside the face, like wake them up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. My best friend's a psychologist, and she's told me that, you know, she's talking about writing positive affirmations in my mirror, right? So because one positive thought can change a neural pathway, and you know, a neural pathway that might tend to go to something negative. If you read a positive thought every day, or if you're told something positive, it can change that neural pathway into a positive thought. And so I do think that just hearing something or reading something, or seeing that you're loved and you're needed and you're valued by people who are just there just to support you, and just, you know, where they could just easily bash you. We're not seeing that right now happening with these hashtags. We're seeing just the love and support.
Yeah.
I think the loss of my husband just left such a gap in our world, and I think I feel like his death is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back with this. Like, you know, he's left me with such a huge platform to be able to be heard, and that's what I plan on doing in his name, in his honor.
Yeah.
You know,
we're proud of you, because you have your struggles that we have no idea what they're like, and that you're dealing with, and you're a mother, and you have these beautiful children, and you have all these responsibilities, but you're going outside of that and helping other people. We're really proud of you. Really, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing attention to it as well, and thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot to me.
Thank you, Talinda. We love you so much. Anything you need, we're here.
Thank you.
Whatever you got going on, we got you, okay?
Okay, bye.